Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Jalen Says. Hope you'll have a great Valentine's Day. It's coming up in like 3 days. Can't wait for that. And we're approaching our 1 year anniversary of Jalen Says. Also, can't wait for that. Got to stay tuned for that too. Stay tuned. But today we're with our new guest, Jeff Walesa. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How you doing, Jalen?
Great.
Looking pretty sharp there. Like the tie going on.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So can you tell the audience a little bit of the stuff that you do?
Currently, I am an independent filmmaker working on a documentary, No Boundaries, which is basically an aggressive, very aggressive spin from what the late Anthony Bourdain has done in the past. If anybody remembers his show, and capturing the essence of people and culture, not necessarily through the food that he showed, but through ours is to tell stories of people and show their lives and struggles and passions that they're doing. Kind of a quest for humanity, given today's world that we live in.
Yeah. So, what made you do this? Like, as you said, it's a quest for humanity, but why?
Yes. Why do this? Basically, the bottom line is how crazy the world has gotten, and the division and the separation through people and the way things are. You know, it's not a question of color or race or anything like that. We're all one people, diversified, but one people. You know, everything that we have comes from inside of us. You know, our emotions, you know, we all feel the same thing. We all laugh, love, cry, angry, excitement. We all have that. And the idea is to show that there's more to life than the hate and anger that's being portrayed through this world that we live in.
So, you said you're also a filmmaker. What did you make?
Well, this was actually my first film right now. I used to be a screenwriter in the past. In my past life, I worked in financial services. I was a financial services manager. And after the last recession hit and the banks went under, you know, lost my job and had to basically start over. So that's when I picked up screenwriting. So I started to learn screenwriting, started writing screenplays, made some pitches, entered a few contests here and there, and, you know, eventually evolved into the documentary here.
Oh, what contest?
I did the Page International Awards, did the Sundance Nichelle Fellowship Award, tried to get into that. And then with the documentary, I also submitted the documentary series for a Sundance Documentary Fund back in 2019. That one, actually, I made it to the final week of the competition before they passed on us. The screenwriting contests weren't so, you know, didn't have much luck there. It's a very tough business for anybody out there, you know, watching. They know how hard, you know, you have to work for writing a screenplay for sure. You know, and it's a lot of fun. I love the creativity, but it's a killer out there for that. But,
So,
yeah.
what is your favorite screenplay that you made, and what was it about?
My favorite one was actually called Envision. Ironically, given, you know, the world we're living in right now, I wrote this back in 2017 about a pharmaceutical company that used flu vaccines as a way to inject what are nanites into people, secret little microscopic robots, and use it for artificial intelligence. And it started the nanites would attach to the brain of a person, and then the artificial intelligence would turn it on and take over people's brains and reprogram them. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
2017.
That's a doozy. So now we're talking about a virus out here now worldwide and vaccines coming out. And I kind of just chuckle at the fact that I wrote a story about that 3 years ago about artificial intelligence.
Well, one day, artificial intelligence like that will be existing.
Oh, no doubt about that. You're right about that.
So, what other jobs would you be interested in besides filming?
Actually, anything on the creative side. I continue to do my screenwriting through there, producing. I'm producing and working with a filmmaker right now that's attached himself. He's an award-winning filmmaker, cinematographer, Paul Breno, who's attached himself to the project to do the post-production, the filming, and everything as well. I love the creativity, the side to it. Again, we all know being in the arts and the creative arts, it's a very hard industry to get going in. And, you just got to stay with it and keep plugging away. I have 2 other partners with me, my good friends, Mike and Eric, and we've already been filming. As of last September, October, November, we were already working on some small schedules to go around and film. Limited, of course, given the restrictions with the virus. But we have been out there filming, the 3 of us. And Mike and Eric have been instrumental in keeping that going for us.
So, what is your favorite part in the documentary, if you don't mind telling?
Basically, the whole aspect of the documentary. To take a step back a little bit, when I created the show about 3 years ago, working on it, it was actually with me and a friend of mine. And she took me for my birthday.
Wait 1 second. You're bugging up.
Anthony.
So wait, can you go back
there?
a couple 30 seconds? You were glitching out on my screen.
I was saying about how a friend of mine took me to lunch for my birthday. We went out to eat for my birthday, and as we were eating, we were talking about how that Anthony Bourdain, passed away, and the show. So we started dialoguing, brainstorming back and forth for the concept, and hence No Boundaries came out. One of my favorite aspects to this show was from the original thought process with my friend. She's no longer part of the project, but the concept to it was to have myself and her co-host the show. And now that's been taken over by Tammy Bailey, who's out in your neck of the woods in Atlanta, voted Atlanta's sweetheart. And that's the original idea, is to have me and an African-American woman side by side on screen telling the stories of people and having that cross-culture and cross-gender viewpoint in here, showing that it's Black History Month right now, going through this, and celebrating all the people that came before that way and their accomplishments, and going through that. And excuse me. And that's part of what we want to do. So when we get on camera and we come out and we talk to people and let them show us their lives and how they live and the area that they're in, their communities, towns that they live in, things that they're accomplishing, struggles they go through. Tammy is there with her perspective as an African-American woman and mine, and we can create that dialogue and those conversations with people as well. And that's what I'm very proud of bringing in.
So, do you have any ideas for your next project?
I'm still trying to get this one off the ground right now. We are basically ready to film. We've got everything in place, people in place to film. Like I said, Mike and Eric, Paul, Tammy, we're there. Got a few other people, that looking at assisting. but basically we're still, as a producer and as, and entertainment, you need money. So, I've been working on some ideas for grants. We did we currently have a GoFundMe page going. Just trying to raise about $25,000 to bring to get us the equipment and the expenses to film the pilot. Not a lot of money, but we're just trying to get it going because that's all we need. Once we have the funding in place, we're ready to go and put it together.
So again, when do you think the documentary would be out?
My goal for the finished product is by fall of this year. That's what I'd like to have.
Nice.
Again, also with restrictions to the virus and, location settings, things like that. I hear that from a lot of my filmmaker friends in my network, that, we have a lot of restrictions and, people are still filming and God bless them for it. But, we still have to be safe.
Yes. So what was your life like growing up?
Very, very cold. I grew up in Wisconsin. So spent my time out there. I've been in California now 20 years.
Wow.
And basically that's because I got tired of the snow. Not good. So to everybody in the Midwest, East Coast, to the South, okay, I know you guys are getting the bad weather, so I don't miss it. It's 68 right now. So I'm loving California. So sorry, but I had to make a little joke on that one.
So what was your dream job growing up?
Dream job growing up? Astronaut. I wanted to be an astronaut. Would have loved it. Although as a kid growing up, I wanted to be outside playing sports than doing homework and schoolwork. So, wasn't the best, took me a while to get my grades in order and things like that. But I loved playing sports though as a kid. Every sport you could think of, I played.
Wow. What was your first one?
Basketball.
Oh.
I'm sure it's hard on the screen looking at it, but I actually am 6'7". So, and fairly large guy as well. So in football, as a defensive end / linebacker, going around putting the hits on people. So, I'm a big guy.
So what was the last sport you picked up?
The last sport was tennis.
Oh.
Loved playing tennis. Still do, actually.
Nice.
Not as quick and limber as I used to be, but still love playing tennis, getting out on the tennis court every now and then.
Yeah.
So,
what was your favorite one?
Football. Hands down. You get to beat people up, hit them, get muddy, get dirty, pop them around a little bit and everything. That was fun. That was the best.
So what are your hobbies? And is there any hobbies that you want to pick up, like skydiving, bull riding?
Skydiving would be cool. Although, given my size, I don't know if the chute would carry me down. I'd probably need about 2 more chutes to, bring me down safely because I'll drop like a rock. That would be cool. Bull riding? No, not really. No bungee jumping. Not like that. Fishing. Fishing, I would love to do. Boating, I would love to do as well. Get out on the open water. I would love to be able to do those things as well.
Nice. I once fished once. I want to get back out there. I didn't catch any fish because of the conditions, but it was fun.
Yeah, and it's relaxing. You just get to sit out there. Were you in a boat or on a pier? Were you on a boat or on a pier?
On a pier. I'm not sure you heard of it. It was called a rocket fishing rod. I'm not sure. It's probably only aired on
Kind of
Nickelodeon.
breaking up a little bit.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So have you heard of the thing called a rocket fishing rod?
No.
Yeah, it probably only aired on Nickelodeon stuff, but it was like a fishing rod, but there's like a little trigger and it just like shot out the hook in the line. Yeah.
Really?
Pretty cool. I only got to use it once because I didn't go out fishing. It's been like 2, maybe
Yeah.
3 years now, but yeah, I'd really like to go fishing again.
That would be fun. In fact, when I get down to Atlanta to film, we'll set up a date to go fishing. Show me some fishing holes down there. Let's go fishing when I get down there to film.
Yeah. Definitely.
Exactly. That would be really good on camera, putting that together, doing that.
Do you like to cook?
I love cooking. Yes.
Fish?
That's always a favorite of mine to do too. Favorite dish is cedar plank salmon that I try. And of course, being a guy and who I am, I like to barbecue. Nothing like being out on the patio on a nice warm sunny day, with a beer in hand and a grill going, with the smoke of the grill going, throwing some meat and vegetables on the grill as well. But
what's your favorite meat?
Absolutely. It'd be a lot better cooking when favorite steak. Hands down, nice big ribeye steak. Of course, medium rare, or on the rare to medium rare side. I like it bloody. Most people don't like it bloody. You got to be bloody. Not this well done stuff. No, that's not eating meat. No.
So someone said, did he say he's 6'7"?
Yes, I am 6'7". Absolutely.
Wow. No, I'm getting up there. I'm already 5'1", so.
You got, like I tell other kids when I'm around kids and stuff like that, and they ask why I got so big, I tell them I eat my vegetables.
I ate my vegetables for 7 years. I was allergic to everything else, like all candy, most candy, allergic to. Yeah, most candy has something called corn syrup. I can eat corn.
Yes.
Corn products, so I can eat that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't even had my growth spurt yet, I'm pretty sure, so I'm going to be up there.
Tell your mom, the moment you start becoming a bottomless pit where you're eating everything in sight, the moment she gets home from the grocery store, that's the growth spurt.
I'm not sure she'd notice though, because I normally do that.
You won't stop eating. I've seen it in a lot of kids. I don't have kids myself, but I used to be a teacher in my past life. I lived in Wisconsin for a while, and moving out here, still around kids from time to time. But the moment you start putting everything away and shoveling it in, that's a growth spurt.
Wow. Nice. So were you like the tallest when you were a kid? Before the growth spurt too.
I was actually short in 5th grade, going to 6th grade in the summer. I grew 7 inches over the summer.
Wow.
From 5th to 6th grade. I remember my parents being kind of stunned as well as angry, because they had to always buy me new clothes and shoes because I kept growing out of everything. But I also had a lot of health problems too. I had bad back and joint pains and knee problems, things like that, because everything was stretching so much because I grew so fast.
Wow.
So,
wow.
I graduated 8th grade at 6'2".
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Impressive. Very impressive.
Like I said, eat your vegetables. That's what I tell everybody.
Yes. What is your favorite vegetable?
Mushrooms. I love mushrooms raw, cooked, mix it up with a little olive oil and garlic, even with some other mixed vegetables inside of there. But I absolutely love mushrooms. Being able to put them together that way, cooking them too, and they go great on steak, but they also go great on everything else.
Yes, he did play basketball. Yes, he did. But okay, so this is a serious question.
Okay.
Not as serious as the most serious one. Now that one will come at like the 40-minute mark. So you better be ready for that one.
Okay, I'm shaking now. I'm worried.
Yeah, but that one doesn't come yet, so you'll be fine right now. You'll be fine right now. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years. Where do I see myself? Aggressively speaking, I am wanting the show to be in full production. Whether network, internet streaming, however, Netflix, Hulu, some cable networks, whatever it is, want to be full-time moving towards it, in production with that through the 5 years, 5 seasons, 8 seasons, going through that way. Hopefully, it's not the end all be all, but hopefully through our creative spirit that we bring to the show, maybe get some recognition through some awards and some things like that as well. But again, my focus is basically storytelling for people, getting out there, bringing their stories to life, kind of bringing some unity to everybody that is going through, the things we go through now, and showing that we're all the same, regardless of who we are.
Nice. So this is a very personal question, to me anyway.
Okay.
Do you like seafood?
Seafood?
That's not salmon. I mean, not fish, like crabs, lobster, scallops.
Oh, absolutely. All food. Yep.
What's your favorite seafood?
Crab. Love crab. It's actually a great, as you get older and your mom starts letting you out to date, the very first date you do is you take the girl out for crab dinner. Get her to start cracking those shells and see how she eats with her hands. It's a test. See how it goes. It's a test. It's a perfect first date, and it's great for conversations. So that's what you do. Is your very first date when you take a girl out, take her for a crab dinner.
Okay, but do you like you know what it's called? It's called, man, I keep forgetting. But like, it'll come back to me. I'll tell you later. But but what's your thought on scallops?
Well, I love scallops too. They're very good. Getting them in a pan with some oil or a little butter and brown them up, putting them over, some asparagus and that on the plate and something like that. They're very good as well. Yes. Love scallops. Lobster is great too. I'm also one where I like to have very strange food. I've eaten strange food before. Now, some people think it's strange, some people don't, but I've had ostrich, I've had alligator sausage.
Wait, what?
I've had rattlesnakes before. I've had cow intestines I've eaten. Popular in the Asian community is what they call a 100-year-old egg that's been fermented, and it's actually black. And I've had that before. There's a lot of venison. I've eaten a lot of venison, but again, a lot of people deer hunt also. So I love the strange stuff.
Nice. I'd like to try that stuff, but with some of it, I have lizards, so I wouldn't be eating snake or alligator around them. I'd like go up to my room, lock the doors, make sure there's no way they could unlock it, lock them in their cage, and just eat it. Yeah. So this is,
Rattlesnake
do you like
tastes just like
crawfish?
chicken.
I'm pretty sure I heard that before.
I like crawfish, but it's a lot of work to get a little piece of meat out of there. I like them. They're messy, but it's a lot of work to get a little piece of meat out of there.
Me and my mom have crawfish eating competitions. Who could eat the most crawfish and stuff? Yeah,
Let me guess.
it was at this.
You win?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was like split even. I win sometimes, she wins sometimes, but
okay.
Yeah, we used to go to this buffet place, get a ton of crawfish, and just start eating it. But that was before COVID because, well, it's COVID. But
it's COVID.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is a very, very personal question.
Yes.
Very personal. What college did you go to?
Cardinals. Sorry about that.
Okay. So, what is the college that you went to?
Cardinal Stritch University in Milwaukee.
Nice.
It was a Franciscan private college. I finished college actually in 3 years. I graduated with honors. So
wow.
I went right through and blew my way through it to move forward and keep going.
Wow. What was your major?
Broadfield Social Studies and Education. So I was a history, social science, history teacher. I also did some math teaching, and it was an education background, junior high kids.
Wow. So what high school did you go to?
Hopefully some of my friends are watching because I kind of tagged them in our posts here trying to go, and went to Oak Creek High School.
Oh.
So it was a city south of Milwaukee that we grew up in. And if any of my friends that I grew up with back in the day when we were kids are watching through here, we had a hell of a time growing up. Caused some crazy ass stuff. It was a lot of fun.
You said crazy stuff. What did you do?
What didn't we do? We had a little business going in high school. Given the fact that the size I am, I had another good friend of mine, Winston Hainsworth, and a couple of others, Jim Entringer, and after we hung around together. We were large guys, so we could get alcohol when we were 15, 16 years old. We didn't look 21. I was 18 at the time, moved to 21, but we were old enough, so we would collect money around the school, and kids always wanted to have the girls wanted their Bartles and James wine coolers, guys wanted beer or Jack Daniels or something, so we'd collect money and make a business out of it, and we'd go to a liquor store and buy up the stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't do that though. Don't do that.
Wait, didn't they ask for like an ID or something?
Not at our size. I still had the facial hair. I had a goatee at the time. It was a light goatee. And with Jim and Winston, they were big guys as well. And we had no problem. Yeah.
I thought when you said a business, I thought you were going to say like bully protection or something.
No, not too much of that. We had these wooded areas back behind our houses in the neighborhood where instead of going to someone's house and having a house party and getting busted by the cops, we'd go out to the woods and make a bonfire or something with music, and no one would come and see us, and we'd hang out there drinking and having a good time listening to music and doing stuff like that.
So I have an audience question. Being based in the Silicon Valley, is he able to source material for his science fiction fantasy from that region?
I didn't understand the question.
Being based in Silicon Valley, is he able to source material for his science fantasy fiction from that region?
Source material?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can source material, as far as, what they're looking for. That's not a problem.
So, what is your favorite science fiction that you created?
My favorite science fiction that I created, it's actually still a work in progress. It's a screenplay I'm writing. I'm trying to still decide whether it's a movie or a series. But one of my big fascinations I love are strange phenomenon. So I'm very interested in like UFOs and like Roswell UFOs, Area 51. So I'm working on a story right now about how the secret military government has these UFOs and alien technology, keeping it's kind of a perspective of the inside. What's life like on the inside with the military that way, with this technology and being hidden from the public. So I'm still working on it, still a work in progress, but that's what I would really love to get out there.
Yes, yes, yes. So, what is your favorite comedy?
Favorite comedy? My favorite classic comedy is Stripes with Bill Murray in the Army. That one that's like my all-time favorite classic right there with Stripes. Love that one to death. Recent ones, I don't know if I've got one as far as a recent one.
Oh, what is your favorite drama that you created and that you like?
I haven't done any dramas yet. I've been doing more science fiction kind of things, stuff like that, action science fiction stuff. My favorite drama, Goodfellas. With the gangster movie, Goodfellas. I love that one.
Oh. What is your favorite action movie that you created and that you like?
Action movie that I created is I don't have a title for it yet. I have a first draft done already. It's also kind of a science fiction action, which is a remake of the old War of the Worlds. But instead of Martians coming down with the War of the Worlds, it's actually government invasion with alien technology to take over the world and wipe everybody out through a secret government, making it look like a alien attack. Yeah, that's what I'm working on.
So, what is your favorite science fiction movie?
Science fiction movie,
Or show?
Honestly, my favorite right now has been the Star Trek series. I love Star Trek. I'm not I'm a Trekkie, so love that. There you go. I'm not a fan of the original one from the 60s, but Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and currently they got Star Trek Picard and Discovery out. And I think they've been doing a phenomenal job with the creativity and the writing for those two series as well. I love those two. I'm a sci-fi nerd, so.
So, growing up in your house, what is your favorite show to watch as a child? What was your favorite show to watch as a child?
Favorite show to watch as a child. As a child, I don't have a favorite show per se, but what I loved was Saturday morning cartoons. Getting up early on a Saturday and raiding the refrigerator to get junk food before my parents got up for breakfast, and sitting in my room and watching Saturday morning cartoons. That was the best. Justice League was there, and when cartoons were really cartoons, that's what I loved.
Did he always, as a child, like science fiction? Did you always
Yes.
like science fiction?
Ever since I was a child, yes.
Oh, what was your favorite science fiction as a child?
When Star Wars came out, 1977, the first Star Wars came out.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is your favorite character?
Darth Vader.
Not R2-D2, not Chewbacca, not...
Yep. Oh, missed you there for a moment.
Not Yoda?
Oh, God, no. No.
Yeah, I haven't seen any Star Wars movies, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, a true Star Wars fan would know this. What is the name of Baby Yoda?
I have no idea. I haven't seen The Mandalorian. I don't know. Currently, I don't have a lot of time for TV and movies nowadays. Staying busy all the time and keeping things rolling. But
yes.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Oh, the answer was Grogu. Yeah, that was pretty easy. I mean,
you got me on that one.
Yeah, but yeah, I actually need to really watch those movies because I've been interested.
Well, there's one thing though. I just wanted to add to the science fiction side to it. Like when you talk about Star Wars or watch Star Wars through there, science fiction isn't just about artificial intelligence or spaceships or whatever, things like that, fantasy, whatever. It's also a basis for humanity. Ray Bradbury was a genius, iconic science fiction writer, for years, for decades, and the stuff that he wrote. And even Gene Roddenberry, when he did Star Trek, it's kind of that human nature evolving, going forward, becoming more than what we are, searching our existence for the possibility of what we can become, but set in a futuristic setting. And that's what, excuse me, that's why I like science fiction so much, because of that human element that comes to those stories and put inside of there.
What is your second favorite genre?
Crazy or not, if you want, it's actually, I would probably say a lighthearted, like a romantic comedy. It's the same formula: boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy gets girl back, kind of, signature stamp story. But they're lighthearted, they're fun. It sometimes portrays, real life dating and relationship, things like that. So something like that, when you're looking just to kick back with an easy, quiet night, something like that.
What is your favorite romantic comedy?
There's one that I like with Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson, or two of them by them. One was called How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and then the other one that they did together was Fool's Gold.
Very interesting. What book that you read has the most impact on you?
Ancient philosopher Marcus Aurelius, Meditations.
Oh, what's that one about?
He was actually emperor of Rome back in 180 AD, and his book Meditations were nothing more than like a philosophical writing of how life is and how life should be, and his thoughts as he went along and putting them together. A lot of it's still relevant today.
Yes. Now you see the timestamp, right?
Yes.
It's 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
You know what that means, right?
The big question.
Yes.
Yes.
Now that will come after this question. So, what is your favorite subject in school? What was your favorite subject in school?
History.
Mm.
Loved history. Used to, when I love talking about the history. I'm more of a fan of ancient histories in that regard. But I also loved, studying maps. And like when the news would talk about war conflicts, I'd pull a map out and look at, everything on the map, strategy games that way, but, with the history to it.
So, there is this big question you've been waiting for, obviously. Have you prepared yourself?
Lay it on me.
Okay. Now, if you watched the last couple episodes, you may know this big question, this really big question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch them?
Watched the beginning of them.
Okay, that's great, because seeing the end would spoil it for you.
Yes.
So this really big question.
Okay, now I'm on pins and needles here. Now you got me going.
Okay. I should stop doing this joke, but what is your favorite color?
My favorite color?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. I really don't like blue. There, blue.
Why blue?
Kind of calming, soothing thing, like something like that. I like solid colors. I like black. I love black. Black shirts and thick pants, things like that. White I like also. Blue is another one as well. I'd say like those are my top three. Yeah.
Who in ancient history would you, if you could, like to spend a day with?
What's that?
Who in ancient history, if you could, like to spend a day with?
Who would I like to spend a day with?
Yes, in ancient history.
I don't know anybody back from the day, but where I would love to go would be ancient Samaria. Back where, back before Babylon, the first ancient civilization, recorded civilization, it's where Iraq and Kuwait sit right now in the Persian Gulf. Samaria was located over there. I'd love to be able to go back to that time.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Who do you look up to? Could be dead or alive. Who's your biggest inspiration in life and in work?
My two biggest inspirations right now are my late father. My father was always a hero of mine growing up. Him and my mom had a beautiful marriage, taught me to be the man I am today. Love them dearly. I miss them dearly. They're both passed on. And the other one is the inspiration for my show, No Boundaries, Anthony Bourdain. His creativity style, his writing style, his calm demeanor, but he was also, kind of a perfectionist. He loved the creativity and telling those stories, but he did it in a very amazing way.
Yes. So, let's say in 25 years. 25 years, yes.
25 years.
Where do you see yourself?
Retired on a small Caribbean island with a restaurant and a bar. Living my life in a hammock. I have several friends right now. That's what I keep telling them all the time. I'm like, let's get this show rolling. Let's get it moving. Kick out a few seasons of the interview and stories and stuff like that. And let's retire to a small island somewhere and just kick back and enjoy life. And in fact, in 25 years, you can come down with your wife and kids and we'll go fishing down there. We'll do deep sea fishing.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Maybe we'll finally catch that glowfish, the glowfish.
The glowfish, yes.
Yeah, definitely. That will probably be a thing in 25 years.
That probably will. Yes. Although I would like to try being able to capture a shark, get a shark online.
What type of shark? Like a hammerhead, a great white shark, a dead shark.
No, not.
I think the last one's
a smaller shark. But that's one of the things. When you asked about hobbies or things I'd like to do, one of the things I would really like to do is being here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Is when I get some friends to come out and visit, we actually charter a boat and go out on the Pacific Ocean because we got great whites off the coast over here. So go out and be able to catch some pictures of great whites coming out of the water, stuff like that. So that would be a lot of fun. They're right off the coast over here.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's for you personally,
I'll send you a video.
I'd love that. I love that. Yeah, I definitely love that, But as long as you don't invite me, I'm cool with it.
Well, you can come to the Bay Area. You and your mom can come out here, but you can go do something else.
Yeah, I may go fishing, but not fishing for sharks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's you, man. That's you.
They got the tourist trap around here in San Francisco is Fisherman's Wharf. And they got a section of the wharf, which is piers. Excuse me. And on the piers are giant sea lions that just sit there and sunbathe on the piers. So when you're down at the wharf, you can go to this little walk-up place and get some fresh clam chowder in a bread bowl, San Francisco clam chowder in a bread bowl, walk over to the pier and have lunch with the sea lions.
I'd love to see that one day.
Yeah, exactly. We'll make a plan of it.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as you don't bring your new best friend, the shark,
Promise.
Yeah, great. So, for any future writers, what would your words of wisdom be for them?
Words of wisdom is stay with it. Don't give up. Don't ever stop. And it's not just for writers, it's for anybody listening for any passion. I tell this to people, I do some motivational speaking with people along with the documentary, but I tell people everybody in this world has a gift.
Yes.
I'm really, really sick and tired of the BS, of the hatred, the racism, the division, the separation. I'm sick of all that crap. But everybody on this planet has a gift of something that they're good at. And if you're a writer, actor, baker, cutting lawns, grass, fixing cars, whatever it is, find that gift you have and don't give up on it.
Yes.
We all have only one life in this world to live. So do you want to live it in hate, controlled by your demons, or do you want to, or working for somebody else, or do you want to find that gift you've got and follow that passion inside of you? So
Yes.
it gets hard. It's difficult. I'm going through it myself with my film, getting it moving, getting it rolling. Everybody does it. But there is no secret to success. You just have to take one step, keep moving forward, one step at a time. So don't give up on it. Keep going, study, read material, perfect it, get those skills going, but just keep moving forward.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. So now this is a real big one. Have you ever thought of actually being an astronaut?
An astronaut?
Mhm.
Well, when I was a kid, I thought about it. Love to be able to go to outer space. But I didn't do anything with it. I didn't have the grades to do it, but that was always fun. It kind of goes back to when we were talking earlier about my favorite movie as a kid. The astronaut came when Star Wars came out. Yeah.
I bet you also wanted a real life lifesaver too. Lightsaber.
As kids, my cousins and I used to take toilet paper and paper towel rolls, the cardboard rolls, and we tape them together and color them and stuff, and we go around beating each other with them. Yeah.
In a little bit, technology will be able to get you a lightsaber. So
very true.
Yes, very true. But you won't want to be being on anyone with that, because no.
Well,
yeah.
One of the other things that I used to love to do when I was younger with friends was go out and do a paintball. Get dressed up in camouflage and play paintball in the woods. The damn problem is I'm so freaking large that I get shot immediately because they always see me. So, it was like I was target practice. It was like no sooner do we start and I'm already out because they already spotted me.
I'd love to go paintball. I love to go paintball.
Oh, it's a blast. I love paintballing.
Yeah. Maybe we could be on a team together,
I got the perfect
one target.
I got the perfect idea. All you got to do is hide behind me.
Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking of that. One target and just one extra shield,
Exactly. Just stand right behind me and I'll walk up taking all the hits and you can sit there fire from the sides.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're thinking the same thing here, buddy.
Yeah. Definitely, man. So before we get off, can you tell us where we could find you? On Facebook?
It's Jeffrey Walesa on Facebook, and I also have a Facebook page, No Boundaries, currently right now, with about 1,700 followers on it right now. I don't have a website yet. My first primary goal to this is, again, raising money through our GoFundMe page. It's No Boundaries pilot episode under the GoFundMe page in the search to raise some money to finish up the pilot and have that ready to go. And then from there, we're going to grow the website and other aspects of the business.
Yes. So, yes, that's right. Yes. See his documentary, No Boundaries. Definitely check that out. Give it a big 5-star review. Yes. I'll do it too. Make sure you see his page, No Boundaries. Make sure you check out all the things he's doing. Make sure you support him out, and also support me out by subscribing and just watching my videos, because that supports me out too. And just thank you for coming on.
Oh, I appreciate this. I had a blast. This was great.
Too.
Thank you so much, Jalen.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thank you for the wonderful audience members who joined. Stay tuned for our next episodes. And by the way, if you want to support us more so we can do more live shows, doing Super Bowl events and stuff like that, you got to drop a little bit of stuff in the Cash App. JALEN Cash App. Yes, down there, right there. And by the way, also you can subscribe, and that also helps me out too. It just helps me do my amazing stuff. I know you guys are supporting me, giving me more motivation. But thank you guys for joining on this episode. Stay tuned for all my other episodes, and just thank you guys and stay tuned.